Yo, I heard you're looking for some of these guys. By far the easiest way to get your hands on a Salewa is to craft them, but it's often quicker to go out there and loot them, especially in the early wipe, when you need to build up the hideout in order to unlock the craft. As a new player, no matter what anybody tells you, the best map to find your own Salewas is the map you know the most. So I have a quick rundown for each map. Just skip ahead in this video to the map you're most familiar with and most comfortable extracting, and I'm sure you'll get the Salewas just as quick as I did. This guide focuses on spawns that don't require keys, and it's here to help new players in the very early wipe. Now there are 4 different types of spawn which have a really likely chance of spawning a Salewa. The med crates, med bags, the med boxes, and loose medical loot spawns. Now while others are fans of looting the caches, the sports bikes, the green crates scattered around maps, and the black loot boxes, all of these have got a fairly low chance of spawning a Salewa. Don't forget, keep your eyes open. There's every chance you've stumbled across a Salewa and haven't even seen it. Let's start with customs. There are 4 main spots that I go out of my way to loot for Salewas, and 1 bonus place that I want to mention just in case you get the spawn. First place I'm going to show you is down in the basement of Warehouse 4. So here we are going in the back door of Warehouse 4. You simply come through here, head down into the basement, it's just down this ramp, and then on the left we've got loose medical spawns. Oh, nice Salewa. And we also have a med crate which we can loot. Maybe there's a chance of nothing. Okay. Next up, we've got Fortress. Fortress itself has got a handful of spawns. So going in here, on the left, there's this room. Inside this room, there's a medical supply crate. See what's in here. Better look next time. But still some great med spawns. There's a medical crate here on the bed. No Salewa, but again more med spawns. And there's loose loot that can spawn on the bed also. Now if we head upstairs, there's also some more med spawns up here. Bear in mind this place is heavily contested. Lots of PvP takes place here. But here's your med crate. Very good chance of a Salewa in here. Not today though. And just round this corner, hidden behind these sandbags, there's a medical crate, medical case that you can open up. And still no Salewa, but again, every chance of them spawning in here. Next up on customs, we have got Crack House. Probably my favourite spawn, and there's a really high chance of picking up a Salewa in here. So Crack House is this big building here, right next to our UAF extract. There's a few med spawns on the ground floor. We've got the med case here. There's loose med spawns on the ground, and there we go, there's a Salewa. And also on top of the trolley. We head upstairs into this room on the right. You get med spawns all over the floor here and on these shelves. On the shelves here on the left, there we go, a Salewa. morphine, and all across these benches on the right hand side. This is another highly contested area. Expect to have PvP here, and don't forget there's this room too. All on these shelves you can get med spawns, Salewas, morphines, etc. And with that milk spawn there's also potential for a med spawn. Now finally, this is just a spot if you happen to get the spawn. Make sure you check the med bag, which is just by the giving tree. So here's the giving tree. Yeah, you can find red cards and all sorts underneath this tree, but here is the med spawn I'm talking about. Check this med bag just in case. Now for woods, a lot of people prefer this map for going and hunting the Salewas. For me, there's just two main spots. The first of the two spots is the forward operating base. Now this place really does have tons of med spawns. Just look everywhere inside this compound. There's med bikes, there's loose med spawns. Almost everywhere you look inside this compound, there's gonna be the possibility of a med spawn. So check all the shelves. Another hidden bag. And then out here, over the other side, there's like a makeshift outdoor hospital. Check every single tabletop. Check the floor, check the surrounding area. There's heaps of med spawns. Another med bag in the corner here. Meldonin. Morphine even. That one's not a med crate. That one's a ration crate. This one's the med crate. On this run, only one Salewa so far, but there's loads of spawns inside here. In fact, I jumped over one of these crates on the way into the compound. And down in this corner where I jumped in, oh, there's another one up here. Nope, that one's technical. Here's the med crate. Yay, and there we have it, another Salewa. The other spot on woods is the sawmill building. There's some shelves in there that will spawn meds, but it's so contested. It's going to be really high chance of PvP here. This is what the building looks like from the outside. You simply run in here, and not the first shelf on the left here, but the second shelf further down. There's a good chance of med spawns on this shelf, both top and bottom. Just a bandage today, but could be a Salewa next time. So next up we've got Shoreline, and I wouldn't even recommend going to the health resort. I think going up to resort early wipe with no keys is just a waste of time, and too many of the medical spawns a lot behind doors there. You might get lucky and find a med bag in an open room, or find a loose med spawn, but it's going to be highly contested, PvP central. For me, not the place to go try and find your Salewas. The place I recommend would be the Scav Shack down on Scav Island, where there's two med bags in one small room. So to get here, you come off of the coast just by a tunnel, across the rusted boat, I guess, and then into this shack here. On the right, two med bags, one small space, dead easy if you're extracting. Nice Salewa there. Do we get double bubble? Not today. When it comes to reserve, I think there's only two reliable places to check every raid. The first of those is going to be White Bishop. Jump through this window and straight away into the med spawns. Whether you're looking for Salewas or general meds, this is a great building. Everything's open, almost every room has a med spawn. There's the first Salewa. You've got stims, first aids, everything that you would need. Just make sure to whiz through this building, check every single room. most importantly, make sure you head down to the basement and check the room that's often missed by players. Even meds on the way down the stairs. This room here is the one that you want to make sure you don't forget. So many players forget to go in this room, and there's med spawns on top of here, all around this side here, on the floor, something beneath the table, and make sure you check every little spot inside this room. Okay, so the other spot that's worthwhile checking on reserve is the black pawn building, so the west pawn building. While there are loot spawns on the ground floor, personally I'd just go straight upstairs. There's this makeshift hospital inside what I think might have been a school or office building, who knows. All around here you can find med spawns on the beds, there's a med bag up here too. And really, it's the only other spot outside of White Bishop that reliably spawns meds without needing a key. For Lighthouse, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. If Lighthouse is the map that you know the most, I'm going to assume that you already know where these buildings are. So I'm just going to highlight the med spawns because there's no specific place to go. There's no place that has lots of high dense medical loot. Instead, you just need to know where the med bags and the med boxes are within the locations I'm sure you're already familiar with. For me, Lighthouse I wouldn't choose specifically, but there are some med spawns dotted around the map. Here you've got some in the chalet, there's one down here by the chopper, and these dead bodies on the road can spawn med loot just loose, and then there's also a medical bag in the back of this Jeep here. All the other areas on the map I'm pretty sure you'll be familiar with if you know your way around Lighthouse. The strange place in the back of the kitchen here, there's a good chance of getting stims underneath this interesting carcass, and then there's a med bag here which is sometimes missed. The one place which most probably are unaware of is there's a med spawn around the back of the shed to the left here. Shout out to Killer and his brother when they were on this map together and kind of fight in the bush and stumbled across this one there. A Salewa, nice. So yeah, that's Lighthouse in a nutshell. When it comes to streets, there's a standout location which has a really high densely populated medical spawn, and that's going to be in the workshop behind Lexo's car dealership. Here I'm coming in from the back of Concordia, and a lot of people wouldn't even think you could get in here, but all you have to do is prone, go straight underneath the garage door, and inside there's a wealth of medical spawns. Whether it be loose med spawns on top of the counters, the medical bag here on top of this chair, a whole medical crate for you to loot. Is that Salewa? No. Get debated. And another, oh, there we go. And a med box in the corner here. Make sure you check all the countertops, all over the beds, lots and lots of medical loot inside this odd little medical stash, body in the corner, strange kind of place. You thought the streets guide was simple, this one is even easier. The only place I can recommend on Interchange is Mantis. I'm not going to put up a map, honestly, because I still get lost on this map. I've never really played it all that much because I'm not a big fan of the lighting, and until Tarkov makes changes I'm only going here to do the quests I need to get done. But Mantis does have some loot spawns, some medical loot spawns that is, And the best advice is go into Mantis if you know where it is. If you don't, just don't even bother, and loot around all of the medical areas, all around the beds, on top of the counters, and there's a couple of med bag spawns as well. That's about all I've got for you. Also, Nikita, fix the light on Interchange, make it a playable map, please. This has been the first in-depth guide that I've done for a specific quest, and it's taken me a couple of days to record and edit. So if you've made it this far and you've enjoyed it and you are a new Tarkov player, please subscribe. There'll be loads more guides coming soon, and make sure you like the video. It really helps. Drop a comment down below, you know, did you get the quest done? Share some insight as to how long it took you. Help each other out, you know. I want to build a community here where all the new players hopefully help each other out as we move through the wipe. Catch you in the next one.